I guess the question I have, because look, at the end of the day, I'm chasing dollar signs. There's a cult, a sort of small crop of online commentators on YouTube that have grown some pretty big audiences commenting on these cases. But then more than that, there's a real roving band of degenerate idiots. And I say that with all of the love that's possible when I call them degenerate idiots, called Law Twitter. And, which I don't have enough.
Does that include the snobs of appellate Twitter?
Oh God, is there an appellate Twitter?
Oh yeah. And I'm not allowed. I mean, I gave up a long time ago. I'm not allowed to work my way into those threads. I only won the Slants case in the Supreme Court.
You've never even seen an appeals court, you dummy.
I didn't clerk. It's all about clerk. So yeah, go back to your law Twitter point.
No,
I'm enjoying this. This is going straight into the veins.
I know nothing about appellate Twitter. I didn't even know it was a thing, and now I'm very seriously contemplating suicide. But no, because law Twitter is this gaggle of lawyers, and I'm gonna say this as a social media lawyer, right? Like you can, I'll call them failed lawyers because they spend all their time on social media. I'll call me a failed lawyer too if that helps appease the masses. That's great. That's good. I'll take it. I'll take one for the team. These guys come out there and they're the Will Actually of the law profession, and I hate it, which is probably exactly
and they're all anonymous, right?
Yeah, but it's probably exactly how you felt when you saw my Gavin McInnes video. You're like, oh God, this guy's fucking insufferable.
But there's your face and there's your name, okay?
Right.
So you're putting it, you're prepared. If I wanted to mix it up with you, I could have. And I decided, you can never really win. You can't win defending your work.
Oh God, I bet you could have kicked my ass though. It would have been so funny.
Well, and then what? And then what if I would have lost?
That would have been bad.
It would be bad if I lose now anyway. But yeah, no, the law Twitter, and of course, also let's face it, the cluster around one particular Grand Poobah. Who's
Ken White,
yeah,
the Pope, the literal, he has self-anointed Pope hat.
Whose acolytes I just run to him with developments in my. They read Pacer, looking for Ron Coleman cases.
I'm gonna do this, except I'm blocked by Ken, so it won't work.
And to throw them, so Ken unblocked me because I said somewhere, Ken, you insult me and then hide behind a block? Is that what Pope Hat's all about? So now we're mutually unblocked and muted. But these pukes, these guys, what have they accomplished? How many cases have they tried? And of course, listen, man, I'm never gonna get to sleep now. I may as well stay up for the third hour.
Look, I love these guys because you have no, I have collected a gaggle of law Twitter haters. They hate me. They literally hate me. Like you said, this is going into your veins. I have taken your heroin needle, sir. I have pulled the plunger back out and I have injected the heroin blood mixture into my own. And now I'm not only heroin high, but I'm also a New York lawyer by proxy. I have nailed it. I love the concept of law Twitter because it's literally a bunch of people who don't practice law going out. There are some of them who do, but most of them don't. They do this drive-by dunking on some issue of the case. They seem to have no concept of law past like 1978 or whatever, because they don't remember that we live. This is the topic I was discussing is that we live in this era where anybody can get a Pacer account and pay 10 cents a page. You don't have to be a lawyer to get these documents and say something about them and comment on them. And many states are moving towards this sort of online distribution and transparency. And so
Right.
it's growing. And if you have any level of publicity, and that literally means if you're on there is a court that found a guy to be a public figure in a defamation case because he was a jet ski salesman in a group of jet ski retailers. And they're like, well, he's a limited purpose public figure in this group of 30 people. And so you don't have to have any notoriety anymore to have your case pop up in some small cult circle following. But Law Twitter will always be there, no matter how small the case is. They will always be there to dunk on something a lawyer's
Right.
doing, never
Biting
considering.
biting the ankles of the people who are out there actually doing it. They put nothing on the line. I also have this, by the way. There are cases of there are WhatsApp group of Orthodox Jewish lawyers who I get reports back from. Someone said Ron, you forgot to file my paralegal forgot to file I don't know a rule 7A disclosure or whatever it was. I mean, let me manage my docket, please. I don't need I'm doing like we're all talking about like it has definitely become a voyeuristic time but yeah, this is about anonymity. Cowards. They're cowards. And you know how look, there's nothing more cowardly than subtweeting someone, right?
Yeah.
And when I pick up that someone, because the reason I picked up this recent comment because someone decided to tag me in a reply. So I went up come on.
Yeah.
But then you realize
I hate when I get tagged
you're living rent free. And I wrote several different replies and I said, no, don't dignify them. You're living rent free in these people. They'll never accomplish anything. They'll never accomplish anything.
No, I know that's why they have so much time to tweet. I mean, that's the end of the day.
So my wife can't understand why I have so much time to tweet.
You don't tweet as much as some of these people. You really don't.
No, I better not.
And your tweets are actually useful. Okay, I've got 2 very short questions, and then I'll let you go, if that's okay.
I think that's fine.